like we said earlier, we picked our own, kind of came up with our own Hall of Fame. You have an intro for this?
The regular Hall of Fame.
So our Hall of Fame, we're starting it from 2017. So everyone that's already been inducted is in, but we're taking over from here on.
They can stay, but we don't like it.
We're taking over. So we picked 2 males, a tag team, a female, and a builder. Who do you want to start with?
Let's do the woman.
All right, the woman. I think from our Beth Phoenix segment, I feel like everyone probably knows who we picked, and that is
Victoria. I mean,
the 9th wonder of the world,
Nia Jax.
She's that good.
China.
It is China. 2-time IC champion and first woman in the Royal Rumble.
She was a 2-time IC champ?
She was. And she was a 1-time women's champ.
1 time, that's it.
She's also broke grounds, the first woman to ever fight men. China was great. She was the only woman that's like believable as like a wrestler against men.
Yeah.
Like Beth Phoenix, she maybe you could see that, but she never fought men. She never beat any men. China did it, and she was the first to do it, and that's why she deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
And she was in DX.
Most unique woman wrestler.
She's in DX.
Yeah,
too.
she helped make DX amazing. Everyone loves DX.
It's true, everyone does like DX.
Cam, you have anything to say about China?
No, I think she deserves. She's obviously. You think of a women's wrestler, 3 names come to your mind: Trish, Lita, China.
And the one mistake she made was getting involved with Triple H because he's a piece of shit.
And
screwed her over.
Doing a bunch of drugs and porn.
All right, and the next inductee.
Oh, this is all based off, by the way, sort of WWE career. We didn't take any other careers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
All WWE.
Cam, I think, would like to do this next inductee.
The next one is a man that
Maybe.
I don't understand why. How he's not in this fucking Hall of Fame angers me to my core when I see people like DDP and probably Rick Rude, who literally their careers amount to not much better than anybody else. Here's a guy who's done plenty and is never recognized, a 2-time ECW champion. This is WWE ECW, so I give it a little... That's not as good. 2-time heavyweight champion, world heavyweight. 1-time WWF European champion. 1-time WWF hardcore champion. 1-time WWF lightweight champion. 4-time Intercontinental champion. 9 times, which I think is the record, world tag team champions in WWF. The 23rd Triple Crown champion, the 11th Grand Slam champion, also was voted in the Raw 10th anniversary in the Raw's greatest match of all time. He was voted ranked number 7 of top 500 singles wrestlers by PWI 500 in 2007. He's been in 2 matches of the year. And he was voted Tag Team of the Year. This man is Christian. Captain Charisma.
Christian Cage.
Christian Cage. What I just read blows away a majority of people in the Hall of Fame. The career this guy's had. Not many people in the Hall of Fame can compete with this career. So, for him not to be in it makes it... First of all, he holds the tag team. He was part of one of the best tag teams of all time.
Well, let's see. We got Rikishi in the Hall of Fame, who's... His career was like tag champion maybe once and IC champion once. And just having him in the Hall of Fame just makes... not having Christian in the Hall of Fame like a joke. Why would Christian not be in it, but Rikishi's in it first? The fuck is... Because Rikishi's like part of that Samoan family that constantly gets everything handed to them.
If we're going to go off like accomplishments for the Hall of Fame, which is a Hall of Fame, so you should. Not saying they don't belong there. Like people like Big Boss Man, Ted DiBiase, Roddy Piper. I'm not saying like Roddy Piper's obviously Roddy Piper. They didn't even win their titles. They've won like nothing. Big Boss Man was 4-time WWF Hardcore Champion, 1-time WWF Tag Champ. Godfather was in 1-time Intercontinental, 1-time Tag. 1-time Tag. Everyone gets a tag title.
Yeah, not 9-time Tag, and some of the Christian and Edge pretty much came up with the ladder match for tag teams. That was their idea to do a ladder match for tag teams. And not only did they do it, they like made it amazing. In epic matches.
Eric Bischoff. So he's going in as the builder. He deserves to go in. I don't know why he's not in it. When people like Teddy Long are in it. And who did they do last year? Who was that guy last year?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
No
They usually
one
do
did.
somebody
Hold
like
on, let me
that.
check.
Bischoff should be in it. I don't know. He ran WCW. He beat WWE. He came back. He was the GM. He had a career in WWE. I don't understand why Bischoff always gets the shaft. He should be in the Hall of Fame. I think that's weird. Maybe because they just don't like him? Do they have a problem with Bischoff?
I don't know. He was the second longest GM, like reigning GM behind Teddy Long.
Oh.
So maybe Bischoff goes in next year. But I think Bischoff had a bigger career than Teddy Long. Teddy Long didn't have the changes that Bischoff pretty much kept WCW afloat and had it beat Raw for like 40 weeks. I didn't see Teddy Long doing anything like that. So how does Teddy Long get in over Bischoff? It's ridiculous. Because he was in WWE longer. So much homerism.
Yeah, I think Bischoff
Deserves it way more than...
Bischoff deserves it just because of what he did with WCW.
Even with his like career in WWE is better than anything Teddy Long did. Like, for one, when Bischoff comes out to the ring, I don't immediately want to block my ears because it's like his voice is so annoying and the stupid shit he says.
I think Bischoff
Came up with the Elimination Chamber. What the fuck did Teddy Long come up with?
I could argue a lot about Bischoff being an overrated person about that whole WCW beating WWE. I think it's very overrated, Bischoff's part. Bischoff crushed and ran Impact into the floor when he took over, but still
He
belonged.
came out with the NWO.
That's all he's got, though. That's all he came up with.
Yeah, but
I know.
that changed wrestling.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing. That's why he would deserve it, because he's the one that, essentially, by doing the NWO, he introduced the Attitude Era, which is probably the best era of wrestling ever. He belongs. All right, now you want to do tag?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who's the
Dudley's.
I can do it.
God, build up. Is that the word?
It is... We're good at it.
We got rid of build up.
One-time WWE Tag Champion,
thank you.
8 times World Tag Champions, which I don't know why that's different.
And
And a one-time WCW World Tag Championship. So altogether, 10 times.
maybe
How
I
many
would
CW
assume.
on there? Bet you a ton.
I don't see it.
I assume
8.
Dudley.
16 time altogether.
I assume Dudley Boys are only not in it because they probably maybe think they could come back at some point.
But they retired this year, so...
But they've retired before? Are they really retired? Maybe next year then? Well, the Dudleys deserve. If you're gonna play tag team in, Dudleys, Hardy Boys, Edgy Christian, all 3 tag teams have to go in at some point.
For sure.
They revolutionized the tag team division. The last time the tag team division actually mattered was with them. Tag team division hasn't mattered since them, which is sad because that was like fucking 17 years ago at this point. That's really sad. But the Dudley Boys. Now, does Spike Dudley get to go in with them?
No.
Oh, poor Spike.
The fuck does he count?
I don't know. How about the other Dudley? What's
He
the
wasn't
other
even
Dudley?
barely like with them when they were champions of WWE.
Big Dick Dudley.
Yeah, does Big Dick Dudley get to go in too?
Definitely not. He's a nobody.
All right.
So go ahead, build up the last one.
So last one. See, I don't want to build this one up because, well, you have read his stats.
Wait.
Jesus Christ. I'll pull up this fucking shit.
I only am pausing because I want to do this.
Oh, I didn't even read it.
Let's see. One-time WCW champion, one-time WCW United States champion, one-time World Heavyweight champion, one-time WWE Tag champion with Benoit, and he got out without being murdered. Four-time WWE champion, one-time European champion, one-time Hardcore champion, one-time Intercontinental champion, King in the Ring winner. He won a Tag Team Championship with tournament with Benoit, which is, I'm assuming, the same thing as having the belts. And then 10th Triple Crown champion and 5th Grand Slam champion. That's all in WWE. And it's Kurt Angle, who was also chosen by WWE. The one
They did it right.
choice they made.
They got it run right. Kurt Angle, a man that came into wrestling with no professional wrestling background, gold, and he's a gold medalist, so come on, he deserves to be in it. He
has a
deserves to
wrestling
be in
background.
whatever. Who ended up being one of the best, I think, technical wrestlers to probably ever be in the ring.
And his stats would have looked a lot better if he never left to go to TNA and he would have stayed in WWE.
Yeah, I don't know why he's...
Especially during the time frame, he would have won a shitload more titles.
His TNA stats look pretty good too.
Wrestling Observer has him at... he won the best gimmick in 2000, best on interviews in 2002, best technical wrestler of 2002. He was feud of the year 2003.
With Brock.
He was match of the year with Chris Benoit versus Edge and Rey Mysterio at No Mercy. Most Improved, Most Outstanding Wrestler, 2001 through 2003. Reader's Favorite Wrestler, Wrestler of the Year. Wow, he had a big year in 2002, apparently. And he was Wrestler of the Decade for 2000 through 2009. And he was inducted in the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame in 2004. That was very early in his career. So they're very generous.
Well, if you look at Pro Wrestling Illustrated, he was ranked number 1 of top 500 singles wrestlers in 2001.
He was also in a hair versus hair match with Edge. I remember that now, and that's why he went bald after that.
Yep, that's why.
I forget what it was.
That's why he's bald.
He was also a big part of the Invasion storyline.
Yeah, he was with Stone Cold.
So that is it. That is our Hall of Fame.